One day, Persephone was walking through the wooded area of Mount Olympus, and Hades was stalking her. She felt like someone was watching her. Hades put a spell on a persimmon, so when Persephone got hungry, she would eat the persimmon. Persephone ate the persimmon, and the spell knocked her out, and he carried her body to the underworld to be his wife. The reason Hades kidnapped her was because Hera grew jealous over her beautifulness. Hera made a deal with Hades that if he kidnapped Persephone, then he would be king of Mount Olympus, and Hera would become queen. After 3 days, Demeter grows worrisome because Persephone never goes this long without checking on her mother. Then she decided to send search gods to look for Persephone. The only place that they haven't looked is the underworld because they are banned from there. They have to find Athena because she is the only one who can let them in the underworld. They go through a long grassy field filled with bugs and Hades' minion Arcus. Arcus and Ares get into a big fight. And Ares wounds him enough that he is forced to go back to the underworld. So Ares drudges on towards the temple of Athena. When he finally gets there, Athena is on her throne, ruling over her pupils. She willingly gives up 3 of her golden tears to open the portal to the underworld for only 10 minutes. He automatically uses one of them to see if Persephone is trapped. In that dark, gloomy place, he sees her guarded by Hades and his Cerberus Fluffy. He goes back to Mount Olympus and tells the other gods. The gods go back to Hades and tell him that he has 48 hours to give Persephone back to Demeter. After 48 hours, the gods of Mount Olympus declare war on Hades and his minions. During the civil war on Demeter's sacred land, where Arcus and fights Ares again. They fight for a very, very long time until Ares pins Arcus down. Arcus uses his teleporting powers to escape the underworld with an injured arm. Then Arcas goes to Hades and tells him he failed to kill Ares. Hades was very upset with Arcas and tells him to go and try to fight Ares again. Then, after Arcas teleported from the underworld, Hades went to Persephone, where she was held prisoner, and was talking to her. While Hades was telling her things, she finds a nail on the ground. She picks the nail up and stabs Hades with the nail, and she runs away and escapes from Hades. Hades is in so much pain, he teleports to Hera to tell her the news. Hera was very mad with Hades and sent him back to find Persephone and bring Persephone back to her. Hades agrees and vanishes to the underworld to find Persephone. Persephone was running through the woods. She trips over a knife. Persephone picks up the knife and keeps running away. Arcas teleports in front of Persephone and stabs her. Persephone falls in pain and quickly grabs her potion and drinks it. The potion heals her. Then she stands up and stabs Arcas in the heart with her knife. But before Arcas dies, he scratches Persephone, poisoning her. He tells her she has 1 hour to live. So Persephone runs to hurry and go try to find Ares. Ares runs to find Persephone, and Persephone tells him she only has 1 hour to live. So they run to find her mother, Demeter. Before they find Demeter, Hades appears in front of them. Ares charges at Hades, but Hades teleports to Persephone, grabs her, and teleports to Hera. Hera was very happy, and then Hades asked Hera about the reward. Hera says, "Oh yeah," and tells Hades to come closer. So Hades walks up to Hera. Hera takes poison and pours it on her knife, turns around and stabs Hades, and tells him he will never be king. Then the god of the underworld vanishes. While Hera was busy, Persephone grabs her knife. Hera comes up to her and whispers in her ear, "It's your time to die." But Persephone says, "No, it's your time to die," and stabs Hera through the neck. Hera screams and falls on the ground and turns to ashes. Persephone takes a potion out of Hera's hands and turns it into a teleporting potion and teleports to Ares. Ares is wandering around trying to find Persephone once again. Then Persephone teleports in front of Ares. Ares was very happy to find Persephone, but Persephone falls down, and she tells Ares that the poison is starting to kill her. Then Ares runs to a magical bowl. If you toss a coin in the bowl, it will teleport you to wherever you want. So Ares tosses a coin and teleports to Demeter. Demeter was very happy to see her daughter, but still sad that her daughter is dying. But Demeter remembers that she can turn her daughter into a tree to keep her from dying. But Ares didn't want Demeter to turn into a tree, but she has to. So Demeter uses her powers to protect her daughter and turns her into a tree. Then Demeter says after 50 years, Persephone will turn into a human again. Demeter thanks Ares, and Ares turns around and walks home. 50 years later, Persephone wakes up from being a tree. Ares goes back to Demeter and sees Persephone, and Persephone sees Ares. Persephone runs up to Ares and says, "Thank you, thank you." Then Arcas comes back and tells Ares, "Thank you for killing Hades, because it released him from the curse Hades had on him." Then Arcas vanishes. Persephone and Ares walk away back to their home.